won't you please take me home? Oh.
Take me where?
To the Paradise City.
Did you fly away, city?
Oh, that too. Thank you. Welcome back to our channel, YouTube. We are here at our Always on Vacay Proj, and we are like,
so excited.
It almost feels like not real. Like it almost feels like surreal to be here and to have you guys with us. So my name is Kristen Forgione. I'm the founder, principal designer, and creative director of THELIFESTYLEDCO. And this is...
I'm Kylie Ray Syburg. I'm the senior design director here at THELIFESTYLEDCO and also was the lead designer on this project, which this project took a village. It took a long time, but it's so worth it to be here and be able to show you guys the final product. I know it's been long awaited.
Yes, and we are rolling out room reveals on this very special project. So we're excited to change the format a little bit. I think this is what you like, so make sure you tell us after you've seen a couple if you like this format or if you prefer the long house tour format. So we're gonna change a little bit up for you today. Let's get started. Okay, I need to give you a little bit of the backstory on this project. So the hashtag on it is called Always on Vacay Proj. And why did we name it Always on Vacay?
Well, because you truly feel like you're on vacation here. I don't know of a nicer resort, especially in Arizona, that has better views, better amenities, better service, better backyard. Wait till you see the pool.
Yeah, you guys are gonna freak. This project is super special to us. It started about 3 years ago. We actually presented the hardscape design to our clients. It's a custom build, so this is not a spec home, which you will notice throughout the room reveals and the house tour that we have a little bit of different format, if you will, just because our clients live here, right? We actually finished the project back in November of 2021. So right now it's June of 2022. So they've been living here for 6 months. So we've taken the last couple days to restyle things and just make it look tip top so that it's ready for you all and cameras and action and all the things. But Always on Vacay Proj has been a really special one to us since the very beginning, and we are so excited to show it to you. So presented the hardscape way back when, I really think it was November of 2018.
Yeah, I think it was 2018. Yeah.
And the hardscape design, we designed truly as a company. It was me, Kylie, Rachel, and we didn't have RJ yet.
Nope.
So YouTube, you guys know RJ, you know Rachel, and of course you know Kylie. So it really was a meeting of the minds for us all together creatively. And then Kylie designed all of the interiors that we worked on last year, primarily finishing the project up. And then of course, now revealing it to you. So a wonderful family of 5 lives here, mom and dad, and then 3 boys. And so you will see a lot of what we had to do in this project was be durable and functional enough for rowdy boys. They're soccer players, like they're every single sport with the ball.
All different ages.
All different ages.
Too.
Yeah, so a couple older, one little guy. So we just had to make sure that the space, both from a hardscape standpoint and from a furnishing standpoint, could handle a growing, busy family. So we are here in the entryway. And I think one of the only things we teased way back when we finished the project in November, which was also like 5 seconds before Kylie's wedding.
Literally the week of my wedding.
Literally the week of it, like
finished this project, left the next morning.
We sure know how to turn on the stress.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, literally, you actually did.
I did.
Yeah, anyway, that's a whole other thing. But the only space that we actually teased, I think, on Instagram for the most part was this entryway.
Yeah.
And for obvious reason, like we had to give the people something after working on this project for 3 years. So tell us about this whole, like, take me back to what the heck we were thinking, where the door.
Yeah, I think we'll start with these front doors. These have a very interesting story. We actually found an Airbnb listing, like so random, in Mexico City. You know, as a designer, you stumble upon photos and you're like, wow, I really love that. So we're always seeing inspiration everywhere. So all the way down to an Airbnb listing. So something that looked very similar like this. And we just felt you know, this home had vacation vibes. It has so much grandeur. It's a very large home. It's a little over 7,000 square feet. So we needed a statement-making entryway. And these doors are kind of our take on, you know, very popular steel and glass doors that you see right now in a lot of builds, and just a unique custom design. So we did this different, unique gridding pattern.
Yeah, almost like lattice.
Yeah, which I think just plays well and kind of shows the elevated style of the rest of the home. So then coming in here, we needed something that...
I don't even remember how we came up with this.
I don't either.
I know. See,
you're like, what was the inspiration? I'm like, I don't remember what I ate yesterday for breakfast.
When we designed stuff in 2018, like, I don't freaking know. You guys are gonna ask, like, how did you come up with that? I don't know, but it's freaking awesome. And so all I remember is we needed to figure out how to balance an entry of such grandeur as Kylie said. We don't have to worry about privacy in this home. Truly, you drive and you drive and you drive and you drive and you drive, and you get to the end of a cul-de-sac, and that's where this beauty is. And you've got 360 degrees of saguaro cactus, which is an Arizona staple. We are up in North Scottsdale here in Arizona, which is a suburb of Phoenix. So we've got a little bit of elevation here. The views are amazing. Truly, like, I swear you could see 1,000 saguaro cactus, which we hold very near and dear to our heart here as Arizonans. As Arizonans.
Phoenicians.
Yes, as Phoenicians. Yes. So you come through the entry. Remember how this is gonna be short?
I know.
You come through the entry, and we knew that this came first.
Yes, I think this came
first.
Yeah.
So this is in a floating, fully integrated white oak furniture piece is really what we wanted it to look like, but it was made from our cabinet manufacturers. Your cabinet providers should be able to go the distance for you, and this is one of those pieces that we wanted to make sure that it looked like furniture, but it is custom made to fit this space. It has a quartz countertop. We started with the stone over here, and we'll talk about what the method of finishing the stone is here when we get to the other side. In the stone, we came up with this custom arched mirror. I have been asked so many times where to get this mirror. And I can tell you there is no link for it. It almost killed us and everyone involved trying to make it and trying to get it installed. And the mirror had to come first, then the stone, then mortar washing the stone, right?
No, I think it was opposite. They started part of the stone, then they had to template for the mirror.
Right. Then yes.
Yeah, there was a lot of steps,
mirror,
a lot of process behind this. But it worked out.
This is why you fight for what you want, because look at this monster.
Like,
it's so good.
Great outfit of the day.
Yeah.
Great selfies.
Selfie mirror.
Great lighting. Yeah.
I'm already sweating, you guys. And then this. Tell us about this.
Then over on this side, we obviously needed something to balance how beautiful that is. And also with such a large mirror, you're getting a lot of reflection. So we wanted something to be really beautiful behind it. So we came up with this almost outdoor coming in element. So, you know, if you're in a resort, you might see something of, you know, lanterns along the walls and down a pathway leading you. And we kind of wanted to mimic that here. So we picked 9 of these stunning sconces. This was a whole nother part that like had to be worked around, getting these all evenly in line with the stone behind it. But it really, really, really paid off. So again, fighting for what you want and what you believe in is very important here. I think it's just such a statement. They're on dimmers, so like, imagine the lights are low, the sun's setting, your friends are coming in, your music's playing, like
such a vibe.
Rosé in hand.
I know, I love it. It's such a vibe. It's such a vibe.
So yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, and think about, don't forget lighting as art. I actually think, now that I'm like coming back to the process, that's what we talked about, is we were like, when you look at this mirror, do you want to see art? You obviously don't want to see mirror because they would just reflect each other. So we're like, okay, when you're looking at this mirror, what do you want to see? And the lighting really plays as art. And to obviously like look at the idea of getting an art piece this big, huge. So anyway, so that's how we got here. The stone is from Solstice Stone, who we use a lot. They're one of our main suppliers.
It's the Tuscany white stone. And then the method is a heavy grout, flush grout.
Installation, extreme
mortar wash.
We think.
We went through a lot of sample boards to get to that. So like start there general and then have them make multiple samples and then you'll find the right combination.
Must sample your stone.
Yes, you absolutely must sample. We went through lots of rounds to get the perfect one and it's stunning.
It's so beautiful.
So good.
There's a chandelier in here, a beam way, way, way high up, and then we have this darted beam that kind of ushers you in and welcomes you into the great room. Okay, so now we are entering the great room, which is one of this family's living spaces. And when we were designing the furnishings, our client really did want this to feel a little bit more elevated than the den. And we'll show you the den, the game room, the family rec room, like there's so many things we call it now. So this was intentionally made to feel a little bit more grown up. And I specifically remember. So mom, right, has 3 boys. And we were like, wait, can we fight for like something a little bit more feminine, if you will, and like softer almost, right? And this space kind of took that on a little bit. We wanted her to feel special in this great room space, and I think it's like so well done and beautiful. I would take it in a heartbeat.
So one of the most important features in here, while it's still beautiful, we needed everything to have performance fabric and to still perform well, because you know they are gonna run around in here. They're not just gonna not walk in. So everything you see in here is performance fabric, which means you know you can spill wine on it, you can fall asleep on it, your makeup can fall on it, your dog hair can get on it, your
crayons,
yeah, all the things, and it will clean right up. This piece right here is very special to me. I was so excited about this. It's 130 inches long with a single bench cushion.
I don't know that they'll care about that, but we do.
Yes.
And all the designers out there will know exactly why we care about it so
yes,
much.
And I had to fight with our supplier who made this to get the single bench cushion. And I'm so happy that we did it, and it looks stunning and beautiful. And it just, this room is really large, and I think it makes this whole space just feel a lot more approachable and more inviting because this has this to anchor it and offset how grand the kitchen is as well. And then behind it over here, we have this really long bench that kind of caps the space as well. Then into the rest.
Wait, the bench? We found the bench.
I thought we weren't gonna share.
Look at the bench. Look at this beauty. We found this bench during the install.
Yes, because the one that we had ordered from our supplier in Texas.
It would have been fine.
Yeah, it came and it wasn't what the photo looked like. What they usually they sent us a photo of, you know, what we're expecting to get.
It's a vintage piece.
Yeah, so you know it's sourced and it's found, but it came and it just like wasn't the right one. So we were literally in the install, and we were at a place
we need something else.
We cannot share the source of.
Yeah, you guys, we try to tell you everything, but this thing, like, we just can't. We can't tell you on YouTube because then the next time we need a killer bench like that, y'all are gonna have bought them all, and then we won't have a bench. It's true. So this one, we will take to the grave.
Best find.
Yes. So proud of that one.
Yes.
And it's not Home Goods.
Yes.
Sorry Home Goods,
no,
but
it's no link.
You guys won't have anything like that. Yeah. So, but I just thought we had to tell them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the bench set the whole thing off. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And here, these are 2 52-inch wide coffee tables. So, like, I'm giving you dimensions so you can understand how big this room is. Because I feel like once you're in it, it does not feel huge. Like, I feel like you could have a conversation with someone sitting in that chair over there, and it would feel completely normal. But
and at the same time, when you build big houses, you need furniture, right? Like we have to fill the space. One 48-inch by 48-inch coffee table would have been
a Tic Tac.
Yes, an actual Tic Tac, a literal Tic Tac. Yeah.
So scale is super important. And then leading into scale, this light is also a 72-inch,
huge by huge,
tiered chandelier that fits the space perfectly.
Should we do a lighting video?
Yeah.
We should do a lighting video.
We should do a lighting video.
Would that help you guys? I think a lighting video would help you. Gosh, we'll have to figure out our magic tricks, but and get them in a place that we can tell you. But we will do a lighting video so that we can try to help you guys understand scale, because I do think, like as you're saying 72 by 72, you guys, that's a dining room table that seats 8 people. Like that's a huge table. And up here, it's like, oh, that looks great.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that people struggle with so much. Sorry, that was like just a...
Yeah, and consumers, if you didn't have a designer and you had a room of this size, you know, they go online, it's really hard to find lights of that, or no, chandeliers of that size. So you might end up with a 48-inch round and get it up there and you're like, something feels off.
Why doesn't this look right?
Yeah, it looks different. So that's our little tip on that. This fireplace is ginormous, it's killer. This is a custom limestone surround.
And when it went in, their littlest son, Grayson, he could walk right into it. That's how, not fire on, obviously, all the things, but when it first went in, he was teeny enough that he could just like walk right in there and stand pretty darn close to like straight up under the fireplace. So yeah, it's huge. Yes. And we capped the over mantle, so from the mantle over, the overmantel with our, gosh, it's probably like, we probably use this and
Tried and true.
probably retiring soon.
Yeah.
It's probably retiring soon.
I think you sold it out.
But yeah, so that happened to me twice. See, that is exactly why I can't tell you where the bench is from, is because I told everyone where this was from and now we can't get it.
Yeah.
So now it
mega back order.
has to retire.
So it's retired.
So we found something else, but this is Old Texas brick. It is their modern brick.
Mid-century.
Yes, mid-century modern, thank you. In white, and it's just lovely and stunning. And how linear the shape is really provides that transitional feel in, I would say, I mean, some might consider this home like traditional. I mean, we don't. It's organic desert living, which is the aesthetic that we design under and exactly why we call it that. But so the mix of how linear it is and how long and exaggerated this footprint is with the overmantel, and that's like gotta be 12 or 14 feet of brick. With the return is incredible. And then on either side, we flanked it with custom cabinets. This is the slimline shaker that you're probably seeing a lot of right now. It's beautiful. Just remember who started working with it 3 years ago. But it's very mainstream now and is absolutely stunning and will be classic forever. And then of course, shelves on either side. We capped the top of those with a picture light. We love your shelving to have just a little bit of ambient light so that everything that's on the shelves can just glow and look really beautiful at night. Little ottomans always do the trick, kind of in front of a fireplace moment. This rug. Have we talked about like our rug philosophy on YouTube? I don't know if we have. I feel like I tell every client this.
That's a good one.
But, right?
Yeah.
Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the accessories. Like the whole theory that you can just change out your rugs that are 12 by 15 is like kind of ridiculous, right? Like this would take a moving crew 4 hours to be able to swap out a rug. So this is an expensive rug. It's natural material. It's made by a wonderful supplier. We will also link any of the furniture products that we can for you in the description, or we'll do a blog post and link in the description of the blog post. So we try to get you guys information, except the bench. Promise I'll let it go after that. But my whole spiel concluding with a quality rug that is made of natural material that can be cleanable will serve you far longer than some of those cheapies out there. I totally get if you only have a $500 budget, just expect what you're getting out of that $500 budget. The bigger you go, the lower the price, the less the quality, right? It's just kind of true. Look for rugs on sale, right? Look for secondhand, like I would rather have a secondhand rug, something that I got on consignment, on Facebook Marketplace, on OfferUp, whatever, that was a natural material that I could clean than I ever would a synthetic material that is just like there's no pile, it will melt if you try to clean it. So, you know, just try to weight that. I'd also like rather have a lesser coffee table and a really great rug because the rug is really gonna ground the space. It's gonna give you so much.
Makes all the difference.
Yeah, my gosh, such a huge difference. So what else can we tell them about the great room? I mean, the beams, of course. Should we talk about Beamgate? Oh,
do we talk about Beamgate?
You know, we're not doing a tell-all for this project because we don't really do tell-alls anymore.
We could tell all.
They just took so long and it was just too much. But yeah, we could do a tell-all on Beamgate alone.
Mm-hmm.
Beamgate
took many a minds, many a meeting.
Oh my God.
Is that English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, beams are important. And for whatever reason, getting these to look this way was just a challenge for everyone involved. And that's part of building, right? Like it's part of construction, it just happens. But this one almost took us down. And it was hard for everyone. It was also like a deep COVID.
Yes.
And
no, it was Christmas Eve and we were both at the mall.
It was Christmas Eve. Yeah, Christmas Eve, COVID Christmas Eve. Anyway, this is the life of a designer, right? We wouldn't trade it for the world. But to have these beams now installed looking as freaking amazing and wonderful and fabulous and everything that we wanted them to look like and our client wanted them to look like now makes all of that so rewarding and so wonderful. But yes, we do call it Beamgate. Our client calls it Beamgate too. We pretty much put gate on anything that's like even a little, because like, we're like, if we gotta throw all the troops at whatever gate, then that just becomes Beamgate, and this was one of them. So the beams are incredible. We haven't mentioned the architect. Mm-hmm. The architect in this is Corey Weavers, and he is incredible, and this was a beautifully, beautifully, beautifully built home from the paper that we got even initially. We just loved working on this project. It's just so beautiful and so grand, and you already said over 7,000 square feet. I think that's it for the great room, and we are going to move into the formal dining room next.
So now coming into the formal dining room, this is one of my favorite rooms in the house because it has such a vibe. Our clients, they eat out all the time in Scottsdale, and one of their favorite restaurants is Ocean 44. So they requested that we do some sort of lighting fixture that gives them those vibes. So we created this custom installation right here of these different sized hand-blown glass pendants that we literally took 3 of us to be here and find the different heights with the electrician. It was like a whole morning situation, but it was so worth it. When those are all on at night and the lights are dim, it just, such good vibes. So we also wanted to keep that kind of private dining room vibe in here, and we created this custom metal shelf. So this was created by Pierce Designs. Danny came and he saw our vision and he made this stunning piece. It's really, really long. I don't know the exact dimensions off the top of my head, but we wanted something to function as not only like a bar shelf, so you could belly up, and if you've got your wine tasting party here, you could pour some wine over here, but we also wanted this to serve as kind of like an art ledge. So we created this custom channel that comes up so the art can sit back and sit against the wall and not fall. And then into the dining room, we wanted something that was comfortable for the chairs, but also looked really, really good. I love the curved back on this. I feel like it looks good from every angle. One thing you'll notice about this house, there's lots of windows and doors, and this dining room is actually off the front of the house. So when you walk up to the front door entry, you've got this beautiful corner window, and you can see into the dining room, and it just like takes you in. And the curvedness and the deep tones and the rug and the lights, I think it's just very captivating as you walk through. And then, this is kind of a showstopper over here. This is your wine cellar. So I wish I had this room in my house because, don't you? So walking in, this is all for the wine, for the bar. We chose to do a flooring change in here. So this is a brick that we love. It's a super cost-effective material and it looks great. That we laid it in a herringbone. Pairing this with the white oak cabinetry, it's got the really good vibes of a wine cellar, but doesn't feel dark and kind of overdone like a lot of wine cellars do. We've got tons of wine storage in here, so you'll see these X boxes that we made sure had lighting coming through, and then we carried this brick through also not only on the backsplash, but through the back of the wine boxes. So kind of gives that earthy, rustic feel in here, but also carries through the same brick that you saw in the great room above the fireplace. So lots of wine storage in here, lots of alcohol storage. We've got wine fridges. We've got this trough sink that you can fill up with ice, put your champagne bottles in there, chill them. We've got the sink over here, and then this is actually a glass rinser that I'm not gonna demo it for you today, but it is a life-changing thing that you should absolutely have in your house. And then more wine storage over here. So plenty of area to entertain and kind of come back and forth when you're dining in there.
From the very beginning, we had a license to vibe up the powder room. So this space is just off the main living room. We created a focal moment with Zalige tile from Clay, and then matched that tile on the remaining walls with a focal moody paint. The white oak doors in here with vertical curve are just incredible and set off the conservatory vanity that greets you when you walk in. We topped the vanity with a custom concrete round sink, wall-mounted plumbing, and a big oversized vase moment that sits just below the vintage pendant. Here at the Lifestyle Co, we believe every home should have some touch of vintage, and this powder room is no exception. There is so much of this home still to see, but we are leaving you here for this first room reveal of the entryway, the great room, the formal dining room, and the powder room. And we will see you on the next room reveal for our Always on Vacay project. Again, I'm Kristen Forgione, the founder, creative director, and principal designer, and
Kylie Ray Syburg, the senior design director and lead designer on this project.
If you like this, tell us. Like it, comment, you know we always respond, and we really appreciate your time, YouTube. We'll see you on the next one.